Well, the investors are still buying, and he's still consulting investors on where to buy. So they're just turning you into renters, and we're being okay with it. I mean, I'm not a conspiracy-minded guy at all. It's facts. There is a big push to turn the American public into renters, and there's a lot of these profit corporations turning into renters. It's going to be. It's people need to wake up. Okay, you're scared of the market crashing. I don't care if the market crashes because I'm going to own my house and I'm going to be able to afford it. If the market crashes, that means I won't be able to sell in 3 years and make a lot of money. Boo hoo! But I'm not going to. I refuse to be a tenant. I refuse to be at the mercy of someone raising the rents on me.
I think we saw this back when everyone dropped off of cable. It sounds weird, right? But that type of thing has been hitting every industry, right? Where they go from you own this and you own your own modem, you have to stream everything. You have insurance plans, you have software that you buy, software as a service, instead of the traditional methods. So everything is becoming subscription based. Windows on your computers, subscription based. Office, subscription based. So I figured eventually it's going to hit real estate. Real estate takes forever. It's an older medium, older platform.
That brings up a question that I have for you too, because a lot of people. So you're in the Phoenix market. So that and the comment asking where you were at. I lived in Phoenix for 8 years. I love Phoenix, miss Phoenix. But you have a lot of people leaving California. I mean, there is a decent migration of people moving from California, but another one, Seattle. Seattle's hemorrhaging people as well. Chicago, Illinois, they're hemorrhaging people. New York's hemorrhaging people. What are people driving? What's driving people to the Phoenix market? Is it jobs? Is it work from home? Like, what is the drive to Phoenix now?
This 6 months has been other friends and family members that successfully did it. And originally it was something else. Originally it was, houses are so cheap. And at first I remember we blamed the Californians for everything happening, but it really wasn't them. They were part of it, but not the whole problem. But with the last 6 months, everyone that I've had that was out of state was, so-and-so moved here and they're happy. So now I'm moving here. Very few times is, I have a job transfer, or I have this, I have that. No, or, I can afford a house. No, it's most of the time it's so-and-so was the first one to come out here. They're happy. And now I have the confidence to do it. It's interesting point is that they're hemorrhaging people, but are they hemorrhaging homeowners or are they hemorrhaging renters? And they're hemorrhaging these renters that were sick of renting that want to become homeowners. And now they're coming up here to different states, and housing is getting more expensive. And what that's creating is it's creating more renters in these cities like Phoenix and Austin. And now they're going to have to go to another city. So, there's enough land in the country for people to go to. I think California was just overpopulated, and now it's really sad for the people. Like, you used to be able to buy a house for $250 to $300 here. Now you can't. Now you have to pay at least $350 to $400, which is sad for most people who have a decent job. It's only the one person in the family that works can no longer afford a house here. They have to move out elsewhere.
So I have two questions on that. Then I lived in Phoenix, and the traffic always sucked. It always was terrible. So is the traffic getting worse is one question. Two, do you think there's a time that this migration of people will stop moving to Phoenix? They'll stop moving to Austin. They'll stop migrating out.
Traffic got a lot better when, I don't know, what part of town did you live in?
I lived in Tempe.
Yeah. So remember where Levine is?
Yeah.
So they built a freeway connecting Levine to Chandler behind the mountain.
Okay.
And that helped a lot. And they're still building they're making freeways bigger. They're creating these other freeways that connect it, like these really populated areas. So it's getting better, but I'm smart about when I drive and where I drive. So I always avoid it. So I don't really see it that often.
So the other question then was, when do you see this migration of people leaving from Austin to Austin and Phoenix?
When will I lose weight? When will I stop eating tacos? Man, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, as long as people are sick of living where they are and paying so much and renting. They're going to move to different places. There's all the grass is greener on the other side. That's just part of human existence. So as long as that idea stays and people can still afford it, they're going to continue to do it.
You know, one thing that I think, you know, everybody's seeing the gas prices going up, the stuff that's going on in Ukraine, and just the world being kind of shaky as it is. And one thing, and this is a good question Matt put up here, was about energy prices going up. I've heard so many people say, oh, go buy a Tesla, go buy a Tesla. And I'm like, I own a Tesla, and I realized that you can't just, like, my car has to get charged from somewhere. Where does that energy come from? So, but the cost of everything is going up, right? We're seeing the cost of everything going up. I have a prediction that we will not see a slowdown in moving to Austin, moving to Phoenix, and all these, you know, San Antonio, these, I guess, more affordable than California places. Because when I left California, they just raised the income tax from, I think, 9 to 11%. And this was like 2013. Gas prices were like $4 a gallon back then. And I could not continue to afford to pay $4 a gallon. I guarantee you a lot of people in California are starting to get frustrated. They're being taxed for everything. And now they have another tax, which is just gas prices being close to $7 in some areas. So do you think a lot of people will start continuing to make that move to Austin and, you know, other areas because the gas prices and the energy costs are getting so much higher?
It's a great point. I also have a Tesla, and you know,
the Tesla amigos, I love it.
But here's a problem: is my windshield cracked.
Mine did too.
$1,300 to replace the freaking windshield.
Do you have Tesla insurance?
I don't. I have regular insurance, but I don't have Tesla insurance. But you know, I have to pay the deductible of $600. But still, it still sucks. It's like usually a car replacement is like $200-$300.
Here's the thing: I have a buddy who has a 2021 Chevy Silverado. It was $1,000 for him. Like it's just more.
Yeah, maybe
everything.
I was shocked, and my wife was making fun of me. She's like, "Oh, well, you know, you want a luxury car, you got to afford luxury repairs." So I'm like, "Oh, shoot, okay."
It's just a newer car.
Yeah,
all cars are going through that newer.
To answer your question, though, I think, you know, people that already have tight finances are going to get even tighter with the gas prices going up. I think what people do, and that's what I personally know this from personal experience, is we're looking for an excuse to do something when we made up our mind already. Like when it finally pulled a Tesla. Oh, you know, people that have been itching for a Tesla, they're going to use this as an excuse. It's not like, oh, I bought a Tesla for this. No, you already made up your mind, but you don't have well, this is amigos, right? So the cojones, they just say, you know, I'm going to do this. No, oh, you know, I'm going to convince my wife to not let me get one because of this. So if people are like, you know, this might be the excuse they need to say, you know what, let's explore options of moving out of this state or this city. So I can see that being they're probably going to make market crash videos if they haven't already about this stuff. I don't think it's going to cause a huge shift, but it's going to convince a few people, I believe, out there, as I'm sure some people in the chat might be already, you know.
Thanks for watching this short of the Real Amigos podcast. For more live streams, hit here. For more clips, hit here. We'll catch you on the next one.